game number 1, the Greninja Joker matchup, something that we're going to be very interested in seeing how this plays out. But do you have any preliminary thoughts going in?
Maybe a lot more gun than we're used to seeing from other Jokers, just because, again, the speed that Greninja tries to get in and goes in with dash attack, a little bit of impedance can come from Joker's gun to cut that off. But at the same time, the way that Greninja can control the ground and then convert into the air may make it hard for Joker to find a lot of those, not really confirmation hits, but just hits in general with the aerial attacks. Oh my god!
Pedal to the metal in winners finals. Sabo making a statement at the behest of Enzo, and really to his detriment. This is I was just about to say, this is going to be, as you mentioned, a battle of speed. This is 2 Ferraris on the Autobahn going neck and neck, and as they come off the starting line, Sabo, I mean, this is Enzo straight eating his dust right now.
That was like 11 seconds in. That was insane. But even on the heels of that, Sabo starting to struggle to get back off of that. 74%, and he's facing an Arsene backed Joker. And right now, he's doing a lot of air dodging and finding it difficult to find any footing on stage. Finally does so with the mid to high recovery of that up B, but he just falls right back into a grab and forced right back out off to the side. And Nair going to close out what Arsene can do for Joker, but 135 and a little bit of AHA left to burn. And we'll see if he can find it, but Sabo going to take charge, realizing when the sugar daddy of Arsene is not backing his boy, and he's going to find every capitalization he can.
Going to get a little bit off of Rebel's guard. Small consolation, however. Going to try to take this first stock off of Sabo, and this is a challenge that Sabo certainly has seemed up to this point. And again, a finalist in a few CodeName Bears' past. I believe he's won at least one.
Sabo, yeah.
I couldn't name the number right offhand, but it was a few patches ago at the very least.
It was against Sauce.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
That's, oh my gosh, that was such a close set. And then, and it was one of the feel-good stories. And unfortunately, Sabo became sort of relegated as a coincidental character within after Sauce, that passionate best-of-5 set where he resets the bracket and then comes into Grands, and then that unfortunate SD by Sauce at the end of it. Sabo winds up taking the set, and this, of course, wound up being pretty decent motivation for Sauce, who went on that weekend to finish 4th at Smashadelphia, a C tier. I believe the highest placing by a Philadelphia player at a PGR event yet.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. And so that means Sabo's
in Ultimate.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Sabo definitely does not let fatigue get to him at all, and right now having to face down an Arsene Joker. No fatigue in sight as he takes a 2-0 against a Joker.
If it's not the fatigue, if the fatigue doesn't get you, the water kunai will, and that is a statement from Sabo. The gauntlet has been thrown. It's on Enzo, down 1-0 right now to pick it up.
Oh my gosh, this is fantastic work from Sabo there. I mean, it's
right from the jump.
Yes. Yeah, it happened so fast. I'm still trying to figure out what he did in that first round to win. So,
yeah, I mean, it was before we even finished our introduction of the set. I mean, that's on us. But he plays faster than we talk, Mini Boss. I don't even know what to say about that. As we go to game number 2, it will be Sabo, who will be looking to, I would imagine, maintain a similar pace, but it's Enzo who's going to try to hit the brakes on this storming surge of Sabo as we go to Smashville game number 2.
And again, we see that little bit of a tiny foxtrot, just that the first left and right movement of Greninja, trying to keep Enzo wondering how he's going to peg down the Greninja to get any sort of semblance into ground pop-up into aerial combo or just basic hit. Right now he does so with the fair drag down, very nice, but he can't chase as Sabo. Actually, I noticed in his other matches, he tends to hop away to try to escape any sort of aerial combo. So if Enzo can pick up on that, He has to pick back up on stage, though, but the great edge guard, double back air, can't find the triple, and beats a down air for his efforts. Oh, my God.
He found the dagger of Joker just fine, and unfortunately did not find the ledge along with it. Sabo will lose the first stock. This game number 2. Oh, he's looking for another gimp, the madman.
I mean, when you have...
You know what? You can take stocks quickly. Just imagine what I can do.
I mean, Arsene was going to go away, so if he could find any sort of foothold against this Greninja, who has made it hard for Enzo to get any foothold on stage, you definitely have to find it as quick as you can. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, 2-frame. Nicely done by Sabo and the Arsene-less back air. How many times am I get? You would think that I get paid on commission by how many times I say Arsene-less back air, but that's just the kind of game that Enzo plays. He's taken the driver's seat away from Sabo and now sits with a 3-1 lead in terms of stocks. He's bound to lose a stock eventually, especially... Oh, but Enzo waiting it out beautifully.
I mean, 54 damage off of 2 hits is just insane.
Yep.
I have to get a grab combo to get up to that high, so...
I mean, I have to get lucky, just in general.
I have to get lucky with the grab, so yeah.
Okay, Luigi.
Oh, yeah, you have to get lucky with the grab.
No, you're right. I'll give you that. But then again, you're talking to a Yoshi, so you're not getting a whole lot of sympathy from me.
Okay.
As Sabo eventually taking that first stock, but sitting at 90%, he'll do what he can. He's capable of taking these stocks quickly, so Enzo should be on guard. Perhaps a Rebels guard could be called for here.
Yeah, right now he has to take control of when Joker doesn't have Arsene, climbing up 2/3, but he's not seeming to pressure Joker out to the left or right side of the stage as much as he wants. And Arsene is out. The nail might be in the coffin here for... Oh, he gets a taunt. I mean, either he knows it's done.
Welcome to a compilation, my friend.
Sure. He might have been trying to trip up Joker there with the fountains pushing him up in the air, but I mean, he had to figure I'm at 114 or 140 or whatever it was. I think I'm going to be out for this round, so.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But then again, as Sabo, I do respect what he was going for, trying to goad Enzo into pressing buttons. But I feel like that was just mistimed. I feel like what you do there is you have the ground speed. Granted, you don't have a whole lot of space. This is Smashville we're talking about.
Yeah.
But you can kind of just circle king. Like you can just get you can just find ways in and out and try to play keep away. And of course, yes, if you do hit Joker, Arsene goes away a little faster. But it's not really the time to try to test that if we go to Kalos for game number 3. Now, and you can see why this is Sabo realizing that if he's going to avoid Arsene, he's going to need the space to do it. So Sabo trying to see how Enzo would react to a little bit of goading. And, well, you know how he's going to react. He's going to pistol whip you and then kill you. So
right.
It's you got the download. Well done.
Especially with that fade in on the gun. But
oh yeah, we
haven't seen Enzo utilize it a whole lot up until this match. But I mean, pretty much the same as the other 2 rounds were going, despite this little combo string, double up air.
The blender.
And again, the landing option for Enzo seems to be the guns landing down on Greninja, who's he should hop out to the left or right to try to get either the fair or the bear. But I mean, up air is still insanely good pressure, as Sabo narrowly avoids that edge guard. But he's on stage problems are still far from over. Cutting out the freaking Shadow Snake.
Yeah, why not?
That and getting chipped out. Just still, he was spaced out too far to the left for any sort of impotence to come in. And another Shadow Sneak finally working out, but Aha pops him up so far, and at 182 now. Both playing the footsies because they know that one hit will seal the deal for the first stock, and that'll be going the way of Enzo. and that'll leave Sabo to charge forward, and Enzo realizing that Sabo has to pressure, gets another full charge of the Rebels guard off of one hit of the fair conversion into Rebellion's gauge.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, when you're talking about multi-hit characters, they can fill up that Rebels guard real fast. Ask me how I know that as a Yoshi main. And Sabo eventually does take care of that first stock, but still sitting at a disadvantage, a significant one at that. The lasting effects of that Aegon, man, brought him all the way up to 100.
Yeah, it's insane.
With a little bit of aid, with a few stray hits from Enzo, as you do. It's his smash after all.
And still just locking down just that left side right now. Left Sabo to actually consider water shuriken before using up B to get back. It did work out for him there, but again, on stage, not finding any modicum of relief. Almost a down smash, but great awareness from Sabo to avoid that. Back throw, not going to take out, but again, put on that left side, and another AHA will rack up even more damage. And Sabo just find it really hard pressed to find any advantage going up against the Joker.
Now Enzo, beautiful counter at the ledge, coming out just in the nick of time. A last surprise, unfortunately, for Sabo. And again, with that counter, it is a... There are definitely people with, let's say, opinions about that counter.
Yes.
But I think it has since been somewhat nerfed.
I don't know. It still seems pretty useful to me. I think Sakurai needs to do a better job, or someone needs to tell Sakurai to nerf Joker. Oh my gosh, just the charge forward smash in the face right now. Sabo trying to latch onto the stage, something that we weren't talking about, but the gun is going to completely neutralize that and make Sabo jump the gun to get back. And a trunk to back air will not take out, but another pressure situation to get back. Both characters do.
They're pretty good at that, and eventually it's going to be that big sweeping swing of the knife that takes out Sabo. Enzo will go up 2-1. So as we go to this game number 3.
Rubbing his bottom lip there, considering all his options. Maybe a swap of character or just a simple adaptation would come in.
Makes you wonder, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, Sabo has a whole cavalcade of characters that he can use. So if he is going to pull someone out, it has to be now. Otherwise, he has to dredge through loser's side in order to get a chance at Grands. And that's why we're seeing the swap.
And if he's going to lose here, he'll do so on the back of that Snake. So it is eventually that, I mean, he was Black Snake for the longest time on Twitter, so it makes sense. If he loses here, he will have to face off against the winner of JRX versus JM13, which is coming up next on stream, loses semifinals. But he does not want that. He wants these 2 straight wins. He needs to find an answer to Enzo's Joker. He'll have to do so in Kalos.
And it's going to be really hard because now Joker has all the more options to get any sort of Rebels guard up. He can just counter grenades all he wants, the way that Snakes tend to just litter the field with C4s and grenades and Nikitas. He'll get that Arsene a lot quicker, but at the same time, he'll be able to escape a lot of things.
Oh my!
It was worth it because Arsene would have gotten back. We are 2 stocks apiece because of the sheer bravery of Sabo throwing out that attack.
And you saw the smile on both of those players' faces.
Yeah.
They kind of realized, like, yeah, this is the sort of shenaniganry that would happen at the winner's finals of the Bears. Absolutely.
South Park, but
so, oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
getting that fair into down tilt, very nice. Dash attack on that, make him avoid. Again, utilizing the dash attack from Snake is a little bit of a beefier hit. It's not going to lead into a combo as it would a Greninja, but it will pressure Joker off stage more as Sabo gets a back air for his efforts there. But
this is still very doable for Sabo, but it should be noted he's still on his. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Text the stage.
I mean,
should be noted still on his winner side stock.
Yeah. And right now we see Enzo actually respecting the... Wow, okay, using up B actually to find a connection. But we see Enzo respecting what Snake can do and what Sabo can do with Snake, rather. You know, he's just letting him get back. He said, okay, if you're going to go throw grenades at me, I can counter them.
Oh.
Wow, okay. All right, sure.
Tags him.
Just end it like
bags
that.
him. Bodied. Enzo moves on by a score of 3-1 in convincing fashion, and really he had Sabo's tech read from the jump, off of the wall. Continues with the up B, catches him there, and then reads the air dodge back to the ledge. Had no chance of getting back, and frankly, that is Enzo earning his place. Not stealing that set by any sense of the imagination, unfortunately for the King of the Phantom Thieves, but it's going to be Enzo running his way into Grants on winner's side. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. We do have JRX versus